What's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 3, The Reunion Part 3. And this is the very last of the end of Season 3 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I wasn't really happy with the closing episode, and I mentioned it on Twitter. I just felt like it was kind of anticlimactic to the whole reunion feel because it ended with Joseline and Stevie J and Zeno and Altha. And, you know, we didn't get the cast, we didn't have the stage. It just didn't feel really like a reunion to me. I wish that they would have done it in a different order. I wish they would have opened with, you know, Stevie J and the Benzino mess, and then went on to the bullshit that was Kina's mess, and then closed it out with Mimi's mess, okay? But hey, it's all done, it's over, and you know, we're on to the next fuckery that Mona has for us. I was kind of sad. I kind of hate to see it go a little bit. You know, it was sort of like, you know how you got that favorite cousin that supposed to come visit you for 2 weeks and the motherfuckers end up staying for 5 months. And you be ready for their ass to go and they finally leave, and then you kind of feel sad that you miss them, but you glad that they gone, but you still kind of miss them. I think that's how I feel about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I think we had enough. 20 episodes, yeah. It was a done deal. But whatever, you guys. Let's get to the show, shall we? Oh my God, this foundation is so wrong. It's so wrong. And I'm annoyed because I don't like the way it looks on camera. I'm in the middle of trying to find a new foundation. And this was a color I had in my cabinet. It was a little tester, and I couldn't remember what the fuck it was. I know it's Estee Lauder Double Wear, but that's all I know. This shit is so, I mean, I look like a bitch been basted. I look like I've been cooked. It's wrong. Anyway, y'all. Every time I look at the camera, I look a strange color to me. I don't know if it's gonna come out that way for you guys. But anyway, let's get to it. So first off, we got Mimi and Nikko's bullshit. And the bullshit is still bullshit, okay? Nikko is still his very nonchalant and, flippant self. As far as Mimi was concerned, you guys, I felt embarrassed for her. I just felt embarrassed that she even had to sit on stage with just all of that and just have to sit there while, you know, watching the episodes of people talking about her and, you know, just being made a fool out of. But, I mean, she seemed to be all right. I mean, ain't nothing you can do, I guess, but sit there, grin and bear it, but still. Shit, I wanted to change the channel a little bit, but I didn't because I'm here for you. It was real odd, though, because Mimi kind of went through this delicate dance of, you know, being ashamed of what she did, and then on the other side of the coin, being quite proud of her accomplishments. So it was just like, now, you know, what is it that you gonna be, Mimi? She definitely stuck to the story of, you know, the luggage being lost, that she believed that the luggage was lost. She ain't coming up off of that one. I mean, I was with him when the luggage was stolen. So to me, that's kind of hard. Like, we were in the airport. We were together coming back from the Bahamas when the luggage was stolen. They asked Nikko if he leaked it, and Nikko said absolutely not. Okay. They asked Nikko if he would take a lie detector test, and he says absolutely not. He knows what his truth is and that he's not here to prove anything to anybody. So like I said, okay. But you know that goddamn Deb was not having it.
You gotta own up to what you do, because that's what makes it believable. You know why the Kardashians are so successful? Because they own up to everything that they do. But you know, and I know, and the world knows that was a setup. There's nobody's stuff at home that good unless you've been doing this for a long time.
That damn Deb was like, motherfucker, you ain't fixing to get off the hook today. She was so over that shit. Mimi says she's over it, and then we get Ariane. You know, Ariane puts in her 2 cents about how she feels about Nikko. Her and Nikko start arguing back and forth about who's the loyal friend and who's there for the other one, and this is a fake friend. And listen, enough. I mean, you know, I think that if we all know for a fact that, you know, Ariane is the friend and Nikko is the user. What about when he says, but, you know, that don't even matter because, you know, me and her are together, and Ariane was just like, what are you talking about? You're together, you're married. And I was just like, Lord, don't tell me that these two are still fucking together. Child, we go through all of this, and Nikko says that everybody should be ashamed of something that they've done in their lives, okay? But, you know, it doesn't even really matter because him and Mimi know what it is, you know. Mimi kind of takes the back seat and just like, I'm just out of it. I'm just over it. And that damn, she go hard again.
Mimi came clean to everything that's gone on. You can't throw other people under the bus to make you look good. She's owning up, and that's why she has friends here today that are able to sit and say whether or not this man is good for her, because you can't own up to anything.
I was just like, all right, damn, you know, cool down, slow your roll. Mimi, you know, you doing all this and going hard for Mimi, and Mimi seems to be proud of her accomplishment. The tape was the highest grossing tape that the company had ever put out in the history of them being in business. And also, we were the first two African Americans that the company had ever done business with. Well, all right then. Why didn't you say so, Mimi? Why are we giving you such a hard time? The tape did what it was supposed to do. Even Mama D said she was turned on. She said, you want to know the grandiosity of it? She was turned on by it. So she was looking for her man to jump on too. I was cracking up because Scrappy looked genuinely, you know, annoyed that she said that. He was like, Mama, you know I'm sitting right here, right? But, hey. It's a tape, it's a porno, people enjoyed it. So, hey, I guess Mimi and Nikko did what they set out to do. And as far as the wife, you guys, they're supposed to be getting a divorce, but as of now, they are still together. It's crazy to me that, you know, Mimi did all that she did at the end of the season, and she claims, and she admits that she's still fucking him, like I said. I was just like, okay. I mean, I understand that you just don't want to be fucking on anybody, but I would think that Mimi has other options, so I came with it. I was tired of Mimi and Nikko, and then Carly, you know, she getting upset and crying. I was like, bitch, this is not no fucking Tyler Perry audition. Okay, he already said he ain't gonna hire your motherfucking ass, so stop all that goddamn crying. I was just like, is she really crying? Oh my god, I couldn't. I was so over it. I was over it, y'all. Yeah, damn, doing Deb's voice, man, it really fucks my throat up. The Kina and Super Pussy, y'all, that whole segment was full of shit. We ain't even gonna spend much time on it because I guess they was gonna try to rewrite history and get us to believe something different than what we saw during the damn season, okay? Super Pussy then got up there and said that, you know, she and Kina was not in no, you know, any type of bisexual lesbian relationship, and I was just like, Lord. Side note, Kina's makeup, y'all. What exactly was going on there, okay? Yeah, she just had like this black smudge. She looked like Rudolph the Black-Nosed Reindeer. It was just all her nose looked black and the rest of her makeup. I know I shouldn't even talk with this whole fucked up shit I got going on today, but yeah, it was, I was just like, no, Kina, baby, that ain't the look. Yeah, getting back to the damn reunion, so yeah, Super Pussy said that they didn't never have no relationship. They've been friends 11 to 12 years. And even though we know that Kina has always been attracted to Super Pussy, they had never done anything except for the one time that Kina mentioned it. Okay, even Kina and her damn husband looked like they had a hard time swallowing that shit. Okay, Super Pussy was over there having a good old time, honey, just telling her story. She didn't have no threesome with them, and you know, she's saving that for her husband. Okay, I was just like, girl, if you don't get your motherfucking ass over here. It got to the point where I started thinking, like, am I remembering the story wrong? I was just like, you know good and damn well that y'all, all three of y'all at least did it once. And I'm sure Kina and Super Pussy have gotten together quite a few times. Okay, in them 11 to 12 years, if you interested in a girl and she's your best friend and she's always around you, y'all ain't never dabbled. Okay, child, if you don't get your ass off this stage, I guess because Kina is, you know, anticipating it ain't gonna look good, you know, her sitting up there talking about, you know, her mega turn up that she just did, you know, a few weeks ago. So all three of y'all's a fucking lie, but you know what, if you want to roll with that that story, then we gonna roll with that story. Now, before we get to the Zeno, Altha, Stevie J and Joseline situation, let me just say that I wish that you know, we would have got rid of some more and, you know, got the white guy that was interviewing them, you know, separately. He's the executive producer. What's his name? Something like Steven or Stefan or Steve or something like that. The unfortunate looking white guy. He looked like he need to take a bath. But I just want to shave him up or something. Cut his hair. It just, yeah, it's something. He ain't all the way together. Cut them fucking eyebrows down or something. But I like him. I think that he would be a good host because he knows the people on the show, and he has a rapport with them, but they aren't afraid of him the way that they are intimidated by Mona. Okay, so I feel like he could have really been the one to do it because Samora, I like Samora, but I don't think that she has the rapport with the cast. She doesn't want to offend anybody. She's out of her element. Okay, she's a comedian, but you know, she was trying to stick to a script. I wanted her to go off the cuff a couple of times and just be like, Carly, the fuck you over there crying for? She could have just interjected a little bit more. So yeah, I don't know if this is for some more or not, but he would have been good to me. But anyway, let's get, you know, to Joseline and Stevie J. So the unfortunate white man asked them if they really are married. I promise you guys, he must have asked them about 10-15 times, and each time they said yes. You could tell that they was lying. You know how it is when you be making up a story, you know, as you go right off the top of your head. You just be rambling and shit. It wasn't even like it was that deep to me because I made a mistake. It's June 29th. I said July 29th. It's just a mistake. I had on a YBCBG dress, and you had on black, right? He had on black. He had on all black. Just us and the man who married us. It was all smiling and shit and trying to come up with words and rambling on. I was just like, girl, please don't nobody believe that shit. But you gotta give it to them, you guys. They got that stick-to-itness, okay? They gonna stick to that fucking story. Do they have proof of marriage? Do they have pictures? Is there a marriage certificate? You know, Joseline was just like, right, yes, I have it right here. I brought it with me because I knew you was gonna ask. And then she pulls out a lipstick and she's like, I gonna have it with me. I was just like, bitch, that's because you don't have it, period. But like I said, stick-to-itness, yeah, you gotta appreciate that. So we get to the fight. Joseline said the fight started because of Benzino's comment. She was just like, look, I was fine to just sit there and go through the whole reunion, okay? But when Stevie said go, I was like, fuck it, it's time to go, okay? And yeah, Joseline was 100% in go mode, okay? That bitch was turned on and she had, you know, her bullseye in sight. Stevie J, not so much, okay? We find out that Stevie J hesitated when he runs across that stage, okay? He hesitated before he got to Benzino, which is what he does because he did the same thing when him and Nikko was supposed to fight and all that. Security came in and got him. However, you know, Joseline was over there fighting with Althea, and that's when Benzino got, you know, the old sucker punch in, and that's when Stevie J lost his mind because, you know, he was upset that he had hit Joseline. You know, Stevie J come up with some bullshit about how he wasn't gonna hit him while he was down and all this. He was trying to give him time to get up. Okay, whatever, Stevie J. We just know that you're not a fighter. However, your woman 100% is. The security wasn't there. I would have beat him up and I'd have beat his bitch up. Because I can beat both of them up at the same time. Because he only got half of a good arm. And he like 55 years old. Like, and he about this tall. So he just like real short. So it's just like, I could beat his ass. Now, we get to the fact that she wasn't really dressed for the reunion. And, you know, we had already talked about that before. And how Joseline was just not dressed as nicely as she normally is. So the man asked her, was she dressed to fight? Because Erica said that she wasn't dressed as elegantly. That goddamn Joseline said, elegantly? Wait, what do you say? You said elegantly? I wasn't dressed elegant. Them hoes look thrifty. Look like they was 12 years old going to their prime in them thrifty ass dresses. I was just like... So bottom line, Joseline, did you come to the reunion to fight? I come everywhere ready to fight. I don't like to fight, but if I have to fight, then I can handle myself. And everybody that knows me knows that I'm not even that type of person, but I will beat that ass. You damn right. Okay, that bitch had a line of asses that she was gonna whoop at that fucking reunion, and that's exactly what she did. She went after Althea, she went after Tammy, and she went after Mimi. Now, do we think that Joseline has changed? She says no. From season 1, I'm that same bitch. Maybe a little more classier, or maybe a little more calm. What do you guys think? I will say that Joseline definitely is more confident, okay? Joseline definitely believes her own hype. Joseline knows that she is this show, okay? It goes in this order: Joseline, Stevie J, Mimi, and everybody else. But for the most part, you guys, I feel like Joseline is pretty much the same. Okay, Stevie J does say that, yeah, she got some emotional shit with her ass and some, you know, anger issues and all. She can get some therapy, you know what, she'll be even better. I was just like, fuck, who don't need therapy these days, right? Now, Zeno and Altha, yeah, you guys, Zeno is a totally different person. If we think about the Zeno that we got the end of last season compared to the Zeno of this season, totally different story, okay? Zeno is no longer the French, you know, child molester, you know, lurking in the alley that we got last season. He's now, you know, he's all done up. He got on his nice blue blazer. He got on his jewelry. He got on his fucking sunglasses inside, which gets on my goddamn nerves. You guys already know that. He's real Hollywood now. I don't know if it's because of the fact that he got this woman that, you know, he really feels is his woman. Okay, so now he's changed. His whole persona has changed. And, you know, I guess maybe this is the real Zeno. Now that we hear about shit that's happened with him in the past, this is probably the real Zeno. And the one that we got last season was one where he was trying to, you know, perpetrate a fraud, right? So they get started talking to the guy, you know, the unfortunate looking white man. I'm sorry, what's his name, y'all? Immediately, the shit is real hostile, okay? The guy is asking them about the fight, and, you know, Zeno's like, I don't want to talk about it. Everything is no comment, okay? Every time Altha tries to say something, it's just no comment. I say it, don't say nothing. Everything is just no comment. And you know what? The guy is just like, you know, what the fuck are we even here for if you're not going to answer none of my goddamn questions, okay? You going to no comment me to death? Then why are we even doing this? Why does it even have to be this, okay? And Zeno starts to jump off. I was just like, what is the fuck is wrong with him? Now he going off on the damn executive producer who's just trying to do his job and ask questions. And this motherfucker's jumped up. Of course security's there. He ain't going to do nothing because, honey, I have a feeling that unfortunate looking white man will beat his ass. You know, he a big old, tall, gangly white man. It look like he'll fuck you up, Zeno. You better sit your ass down. So they get it calmed down, and he sits down with Zeno and Altha, and they try to get through this conversation about the fight and, you know, why he did what he did, and, you know, how he wants to protect Altha. All of this, I don't even feel like going through it, you guys, because what I just really don't understand is the obsession with Stevie J and Joseline. If you didn't see it last night, then I don't know what you was looking at, but did you guys just understand how every time he talked about them, it was like this anger that just came up from nowhere? Even though Stevie J was real, you could tell the nigga was on something. He was fucked up, he was high or something. You know, Stevie J still made sense. Stevie J only got involved because Zeno was putting shit out about, you know, Joseline. So then all of a sudden, Stevie J gets involved, and that's when the picture come up. You know, I told you guys about the blowjob and all that. Don't make that story didn't make sense how it came in Stevie J's hands either. I was just like, this a loose end in the story. Okay, you mean to tell me that he's on Twitter at the exact same precise moment that Zeno accidentally posted there? Yeah, I was just like, that don't make sense to me. So yeah, something's wrong with that part of the story. But other than that, I couldn't understand Zeno's anger. It's just crazy. And then the fact that you know, he is just like, I don't understand what the issue is that Joseline has with Altha. And unfortunately looking white man was just like, well, I mean, she has a problem with her because she fucked her husband while they were together. And, you know, Altha was like, yeah, you're right. But Zeno hurried up and covered that up and was just like, no, they was both cheating on each other. And, you know, so it's funny to me that he's removed Altha completely out of the equation, okay? In his mind, is Joseline and Stevie J wrong, even though your girl, your fiance or your wife or whatever you want to call her, was fucking your best friend while he was married, okay? And I know shit happens, but you just gonna take her, she's 100% clear out of all of this? Yeah, I'm sorry, Zeno, the nigga is crazy. Could never even say exactly why it was that he didn't like Joseline, okay? All he could say was, you know, Stevie J calls him up when he needs to be picked up from somewhere, when Joseline has made him so mad, or she's hurt him, or she slept with somebody else, he calls me. Okay, well, we all got them friends that call us when shit go wrong with they damn, you know, significant other. But fuck, what the fuck? I'm getting all upset, all you know, riled up about your shit. The best I can do is tell you what I think you should do, okay? And that's only if you ask me my opinion, okay? And then I can't be bothered. I can't be concerned with y'all shit no more, okay? Because we all grown. Okay, so we all need to be responsible for our own shit. I got my own shit over here. My own fucking relationship. I told you guys, Zeno's gonna lose Althea if he keep up with this shit. Because you could tell when she was just sitting there, everything is just him talking over her. Okay, and she just kind of sits there and be, you know, as quiet as sometimes, but yeah, y'all don't know what's wrong. Something is wrong with Zeno. He is way too emotionally vested. You know, people say shit about him and Stevie J had some kind of gay relationship. I don't even get the gay vibe. I just get like this obsession. Maybe they want to take over, you know, and try to be a big story on the show next season. I mean, this is a way to do it. Okay, leaving it off like this. I guess we'll see what happens next season. It's going to be the Jordans against the Scotts, okay? Because I looked it up and I found out that Zeno's real name is Raymond Scott. Yeah, Raymond, you crazy, baby. Alright, you guys, that's it. Now, I'm loving Hip Hop Hollywood. I told you guys I will review the first episode, and we'll see how it goes from there, and then we'll know from then on out if I'm going to review it, you know, regularly. Okay, that's the best I can do for you right now. Story time. I'm going to get it up whenever I get it up. Y'all ain't got to keep asking me about it. I know about it. I do. I remember. So, you know, just one day you're going to look up, and it's going to be there. Okay, so that's all we need to go through. Okay, so that's it, y'all. Get on back to work. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright? Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hate this fucking makeup. And I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.